Shipt is delivery done differently. Their expert shoppers pick up fresh groceries, tech gadgets, video games, and even pet supplies from local stores you love. Get everything delivered to your door in as soon as 1 hour, so you're not waiting around all day. Your shopper will keep you updated with text from the aisles and can pick in-season produce like a total pro. Thoughtful shoppers, convenient service, and peace of mind. That's the difference Shipt makes. Try same-day delivery for yourself at shipt.com/WTF today. That's SHIPT.com/WTF.
Lock the gate!
All right, let's do this. How are you, what the fuckers, what the fucknicks, what the fuckadelics? What's happening? Are you holding up? What's happening there? What do you got going? Are you working on that shelf? Are you doing that woodwork? Are you sanding? Are you screwing things into things? Are you putting things together? Are you cleaning things? I swear to God, the guy across the street is digging for rodents in the ground that I don't think are there. I think people are losing it. He's got the hose out. He's got the shovel out. I got no rodents in my yard. I have a lot of birds. I sit on my porch, and I believe there's woodpeckers here. Is there woodpeckers in Los Angeles? Because I saw one. He just didn't seem to be that engaged. And then you just get into this waiting game. Sometimes it's interesting. You really have to kind of go with the flow if you're expecting nature to entertain you. You've got to take in the whole picture. You got to be like, oh, this is nice. It's really about this sort of peace and quiet and flow. But that bird, he does something. And I wish he would start doing it. And then he'll peck a second. And you're like, that was it. Go, man. Go. And then you just wait, and he can't seem to decide. And then it becomes a very aggravating show. And then you have to shift. You have to shift to a squirrel. But that's what you get. That's the live entertainment I'm dealing with. How are you guys doing? You all right? Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Toni Collette is on the show today. You know her from The Sixth Sense, Little Miss Sunshine, Muriel's Wedding, Hereditary. She's in the new Charlie Kaufman movie. I'm thinking of Ending Things. She's great. The United States of Terror. Anyway, she's the best. And I talked to her. And I think I took her to task a bit, probably unnecessarily, about the new Charlie Kaufman movie. But anyways, you can listen to that in a minute. I want to thank whoever suggested to, after listening to the Martin Short episode, I guess it was, that the Heartbreak Kid is actually available on YouTube. Because you can't get it. I don't know why. Someone laid it out for me. I think it's part of a property that was bought by a larger entertainment company, and they just don't give a fuck about making it available. But I watched it again on YouTube because I guess I brought it up in the conversation with Martin, or he had. And what a great fucking movie. You know, there's a few movies of that time that are of that ilk. I would say The Graduate and, Five Easy Pieces to a certain degree in a way, but not quite. Just the idea of the kind of existential confusion of a generation. The stories are different, but the momentum of the story is the same in terms of the character. And I got to be honest with you, after seeing both of them several times, I'm going to say that The Heartbreak Kid is kind of a better movie. I just realized that. That's Elaine May, and The Graduate was Mike Nichols. But I just like the way it was written. I mean, sometimes Neil Simon can actually do some amazing things with character. And I can't believe I even said that, but it's true. There's a couple of scenes in that California Suite movie, as I said before, the stuff between Alan Alda and Jane Fonda, which was character-driven, but, kind of beautifully written stuff. And I don't know. It was just great watching The Heartbreak Kid. It was great watching the sort of cringy kind of unfolding of a relationship that should not have happened at all. And then the ending of both. The ending moments of both The Heartbreak Kid and of The Graduate they're spectacular. Anyways, there you go. I just gave you a very positive review of a movie from 1960 whatever. 1972. So get out, as quick as possible and get to your movie theater in 1972 and watch that movie. Also, the other thing I'm doing, aside from taking in the news compulsively on my phone to the point where I annihilate my ability to have any hope whatsoever, I somehow got obsessed with a band, which I'm very excited about. I like when you get that sort of moment where you're like, what is this? And it's like old as shit. So I've been record shopping a bit because I've decided I want to spend some money to try to have a nice time even in the midst of this apocalypse. And I picked up this double album, the collection of the Incredible String Band, and I'd never heard of them before. Now, look, I'm not adverse to hippie shit, and I'm not I am a little adverse to Renaissance fairs, and there are certain strands of folk music that didn't used to resonate with me, but this Incredible String Band shit, something about it, the layers of it, the depth of it, the looseness of it, just the whole vibe of it, it just, I don't know, it locked in. I locked in. It hooked me. So then, of course, I'm like, I got to learn about this band. I got to get all the important albums. I knew that they existed as a band from a book I have, the 100 Essential Albums that one must have. And I saw one in there, and I had no idea who they were. So it was just sort of in the back of my head. Now I do know who they are, and I went nuts. And I had to get their first. I think consensus is the first 4 albums. So I'm finding it haunting and deep and transcendent in a way. Takes me to a different place. So that's exciting. And also, I've decided that the Kinks, Lola versus Power Man, and the Money Ground Part 1, 1970, is the best Kinks album. Now, look, I'm no music intellectual. I'm no music historian. I can't even tell you that I've listened to all the Kinks albums, but I do know the ones that people think are the best. And I know some of you are out there who even give a shit about the Kinks. They're like, dude, come on, man. The Village Green Preservation Society, Muswell Hillbillies, certainly, even Arthur, but come on, Lola versus Power Man and the Money Ground Part 1. Come on. It's the best one. I will stand by it. I had almost a Planet Waves experience with it. And I'm a Kinks fan. I like the early stuff. I like Misfits a lot. But I like Muswell Hillbillies. I like the Preservation Green. I like it. But I never really put any time into Lola versus a Power Man. And great fucking record. As you can see, I'm trying to be upbeat because, I have had a wave of grief come back over me. And it seems to be settling in. And I'm trying to not let it become depression. I'm trying to let it stay sadness. And not, become depression. But that's what's happening. Now, a lot of people, and I'll try to stay in this. I'll try and stay into the solution here. This company, Soom, I think it's called, sent me all this tahini products because I had this mind-blowing experience putting tahini on vanilla ice cream. And I talked about it. So this company, Soom, sent me a chocolate tahini sauce, and when I tasted it, I started crying and laughing at the same time, and my body started to shake. It's not a paid plug, man, but holy fuck. So that's what's going on, a little of that. And Toni Collette is here. Now, I'm going to come at this again. Man, I'm trying not to let the paranoia seep in. It's so fucking hard to not know what's going to happen and see all this darkness. I mean, it's smoky here. Like, it's almost unbreathable. And the other day, I got it into my head where I was like, I got to exercise, man. I got to exercise to keep my sanity. But, dude, the air is almost unbreathable. I got to exercise. And there was a couple of days where my eyes hurt, my throat hurt, my chest hurt. And I'm like, this is fucked up. I got to get out of this state. I may still have to do that. But yesterday, I'm like, I checked my little app. I got some app that tells me the air quality. It wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as it could be. And I said, well, this is the way it's going to be, man. This is the way it is from here on out. So if we're going to survive, if what living is now is just the sort of day-to-day struggle of literally surviving until shit gets even worse, then if I'm going to choose to do that, we have to learn to adapt. So I took one of my N95 masks and I went out to my hike, and it was a Saturday and there wasn't anyone really there. And I was like, fuck it. Fuck the air, fuck the smoke. And I did the entire hike with an N95 mask on, not because of COVID, but because of the fucking air. And I just did it. I focused in. I got into sort of I would never compare myself to a firefighter, but I'm like, they do it. I'm doing it. I got the mask. This is what it's going to be. This is what life is like from here on out. Deal with it. Adapt. I did the hike, and the next day my lungs felt like shit. But I'm okay. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to fucking adapt. Man, I don't know what's going to happen 5 minutes in front of me. God damn it. So look, Toni Collette is here. I did get a little intense about the Charlie Kaufman movie. And is it Kaufman or Kaufman? Charlie Kaufman movie. I'm still thinking about it to a certain degree, but it's really like, it's not a matter of like what I took away from the movie. It's a matter of like, what was that? Now, I'm not dismissing it. I'm not diminishing it. It's a long, very well thought out, very sort of, meticulously edited and shot and conceived movie. The issue I had was really, I get it. There's a lot of, teeming thoughts. There's a lot of, insect brain machinations going on. Kaufman's a genius. It's just, I don't like walking away from a movie not knowing what the fuck it was about. Maybe I'm stupid. But art is art, and I should let it pass over me and through me and sort of, masticate it a lot mentally and kind of work it out. I do know that it got me to see Women Under the Influence again. There's one beat in it that I thought was great during one of the dance numbers. It's when I think the water fountain comes on. I thought that's the best moment in the movie, was the musical number when the water fountain starts. That was really the best beat in the film for me, was that water fountain during the dance number. Serious. But anyway, look, that takes nothing away from the fact that Toni Collette is a genius and a great actress. Oh, one other thing I wanted to say before I get into that real quick. My old manager, Olivia Wingate, is now in the podcast racket, and she's producing a new one that you might want to check out. It's called Come On, Come Out. And it's a scripted comedy podcast that's like a lesbian version of Alan Partridge. Can you wrap your brain around that? And it's got a bunch of funny women in it, like Mary Houlihan, Anna Gasteyer, and Gabby Hoffman. Great. Very talented people. So that's called Come On, Come Out. It's launching tomorrow, September 15th, wherever you get your podcasts. All right, look, Toni Collette. Let's be honest. Who doesn't love Toni Collette? All right? She is the star, or one of the stars of I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and she's brilliant in it. That, of course, is the new movie written and directed by Charlie Kaufman, who I've been talking about. It's now streaming on Netflix. And this is Toni Collette in Australia talking to me in Los Angeles, coming right up. Folks, how many times a day do you find yourself hoping for a do-over, a fresh start? I mean, we all want that from time to time, but it's especially true if you're someone who has a criminal background, which, by the way, is 1 in 4 Americans, which is an astounding number. Imagine if your future, your security, your family, your livelihood depended on it. The opportunity to not just do good work, but to get back to work. Listen. Dave's Killer Bread believes your past shouldn't be what holds you back. Dave's Killer Bread believes in second chance employment because a job can be the difference between rebuilding your life and returning to a life of crime. It's the purpose behind every loaf they make, and it fuels their second chance program. That's a cause we can get behind. But also, this really is some great bread. I'm telling you, it really is great bread. If you get that Power Seed bread once, you're probably not going to want to get any other bread anytime soon. I've experienced this with the bread, personally. Great bread, great cause, people. Learn more at daveskillerbread.com/second chances. That's daveskillerbread.com/second chances. Nothing lasts forever, right? So how come for some itchy allergy eye sufferers, it seems like allergy season never ends? If you've had it with rubbing your itchy allergy eyes all the time, you need Pataday Once Daily Relief. Pataday contains the #1 prescribed eye allergy itch relief ingredient, and now it's available without a prescription. With Pataday, just 1 drop once a day works fast and lasts all day. Relief season is here to stay. Get Pataday online in stores everywhere.